So I think at this point, there are two questions with the JASMY holders. Number one is when moon, and secondly, if we're going to be mooning, how high can we go with the JASMY price set? I'm just going to do all my best here to show you the ideas that I have relative to the JASMY price, and also trying to address why we are seeing this kind of negative price section with JASMY and the rest of the crypto market of late, right? So stick with me until the very end. Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. Let's quickly jump into the content. As we can see here, we've got the JASMY price set on the left side here, and then we've got the Velo price set on the right side. I've shown you this chart time and again. Basically, what I'm saying is that as long as we are holding this support level here, not dipping below 1.4 cents here for JASMY, we have a chance to push to something like 54 cents here. But I think you have seen this chart already so many times. Now let's go ahead and try to see if we've got any other charts that, you know, are relative to what the JASMY price that is doing. So if we go back to the last bull cycle, we are seeing Cardano here. Now the interesting thing is that this structure that you see, right, I basically copied it out, right, and then I took it right to the JASMY price set, right, and you can see that, I mean, these things have been moving almost in lockstep, right? And I think it's fascinating because these are the same ideas that I've been having ever since 2022. And to see them panning out like this, now when you're taking a look at the JASMY price at like at a shorter time frame, you may not be feeling like it's following in, but if you take a step back and look, you will see that the chart is doing exactly as we had anticipated 2 years ago. So the bottom line here is that we are getting super close to the end and the completion of this bull cycle for JASMY. How many days are remaining? If you want to be taking a look at the Cardano price, as you can see right there, from the moment it was peaking to, when it started its breakout, we were seeing something like 1,091 days thereabout. And then when we come to what JASMY has been doing from its peak right around 30 cents there until here where we are sitting, we are at 1,092 days. So you're seeing that maybe we are 6 days away, at least according to what Cardano was doing back then, right? But let's just say that the breakout doesn't happen in 6 days. Like at the very worst case scenario, what are we anticipating here? We're anticipating for JASMY to break out at least in the next 57 days or something like that. That's just about 2 months from now, right? And if you take a look at this timeline relative to the previous bull cycles that we have had, it makes total sense. So the bottom line here is that we have been following this Cardano structure with JASMY for the last like 1,096 days. I really don't see much of a reason why we are going to be deviating towards the very end of it. I mean, if we deviate, yeah, it obviously means that we were wrong and we were wrong-footed probably. But honestly, I see it as something that is very much relevant. Now let's move on to the next question, which says how high can we go with this JASMY price, right? Just before we get there, let me just remind you that if you register and sign up with our partners over there at PingX, you will be able to claim up to $5,450, and on top of that 300 ton tokens. They have renewed this one. I asked them to do that for you, so this activity will only be valid in the next 29 days. Please take advantage of this. The links will be there in the description. So our question was now, how high can JASMY go? Again, we are using Fibonacci retracement tools from the very top of the Cardano price chart right there, which we are using as a reference towards the top right there. We're seeing that, yeah, it was edging very close to the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level, right? Now for JASMY, if we pretty much apply the same concept of Fibonacci retracement levels from the very top of that structure until the bottom here, our 2.618 Fibonacci extension level is lying right around 86 cents, right? But I have a lower price target than this one, which I'm going to be showing you in a minute, right? And I think I showed you this chart at the beginning of the video. This is the Velo price that, again, we are using Fibonacci retracement tools once again. From the very top of that structure to the bottom here, we see that before we get to the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level, which is right around 86 cents for JASMY, we're coming across 54 cents for JASMY, which is now the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. And this is the golden ratio. A lot of these altcoins, if you have been paying attention in this market, if you've been trading Fibonacci retracement and extension tools, this is your destination for the most part. Now, we were seeing a very similar structure to the JASMY price set and doing pretty much the same thing, basically justifying that the school of thought of the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level for JASMY here is very much relevant. So we were taking, peek at the reference of the Velo price set until the very bottom here, and we were seeing that it was slightly exceeding the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, that golden ratio once again. So, I mean, just taking a look at the golden ratio here for JASMY, 54 cents is a very likely price target. So yeah, in as much as the Cardano structure tells us something like 86 cents, I don't think there is anything wrong to be a bit conservative and say, you know what, maybe 54 cents is also something that is very much possible. So that's where we are sitting right at this point. But now, I know that a lot of people are worried as to what is happening in the immediate short term, right? Most people I hear are saying that, you know what, JASMY is going to be having this head and shoulders pattern and crash towards the downside. So you see, they say that this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the right shoulder. So a breakdown from this whole thing here will be right around, a drop of 67% to right around 0.004 or something like that for JASMY. I don't see this scenario just yet. You know why? Because we haven't broken the support just yet, right around 1.4 cents. Now, when we break below that support level, let's say we have a break like this, and then we have somewhat of back test to back test resistance. We fail to do that, and then maybe I can start entertaining the whole idea of us dropping all the way down to something like 0.004. For now, I think it's just fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And other than that, we had a big run with Bitcoin, I think a few days ago, but we have kind of retraced a little bit. The reason for that is very easy. There's a big election on Tuesday, and if anything, markets never like uncertainty. We've seen how tight the polls are, but I think after the election, everything is just going to be fine, no matter who wins. If Donald Trump obviously wins, then maybe the markets will do like much better than if the other person wins, right? I don't know very much, but I want to be taking sides, but right at this point it's clear that one candidate favors crypto more than the other. So I think that the market will be very much excited for one candidate over the other. So that's exactly where we are with JASMY right at this point. Now, another important metric that I've been monitoring is this ratio between JASMY and Bitcoin itself, and I think we have found like a great support level here from the very bottom to the top here, which is the 702 Fibonacci retracement level. And usually we expect a bounce to happen here. It may not be a straight line like this, but maybe we can try to accumulate a little bit here before we head towards the upside. Again, this is indicating that if the bull run really resumes, JASMY is likely going to be outperforming Bitcoin, and you want to be in an asset like that one, because other than that, you can as well just be holding Bitcoin, right? So for now, JASMY is looking very good. When it comes to the time frame, I think that maybe something can happen in the next 6 days. Really not sure 100%, but then again, in the very worst case scenario, I looked at that chart and it was showing that maybe maximum of 57 days is what we will need for JASMY to start climbing towards the upside. But even in that scenario here, you see that Cardano had already started making moves towards the upside. So yeah, I would expect JASMY also to be making superb moves, maybe a 50% pump, 40% pump, whatever the case may be. So I think everything is pretty much understood here. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends and family, and then I'll see you on the next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye bye.